I would say emotional distress, physical deconditioning, and being at a dead end. I was at a position where doctors had diagnosed me properly. I agreed with much. Some diagnosis I never quite bought into. And then there was a lot of things that they could not figure out for me. So during these years of all of this happening, I was getting worse as time went on, and nobody really had answers of how to help me live with what I had been diagnosed with. And also the areas of uncertainty that doctors couldn't piece together my puzzle. And outside of joint and muscle and nerve pain, there was also many sensory issues. And no team of doctors would work together to come to a conclusion to the big picture and how to help it. And how would I live this way and find a quality of life? So at that point, I had been doing research online and Googling and working hard to come up with my own answers, my own diagnosis, if you will, because there was always something missing. And I came across Dr. Sletton and his central sensitization video, which talked about the process of really what I was experiencing. It was a light bulb moment for me, flooded with tears because I felt seen and heard. He was someone who explained exactly what I had been experiencing. And I just was trapped in that position. I did not know how to get out of it. So it was never that I didn't want to get help. I always wanted to, I just didn't know how. And I didn't know what plan I should use to work with my body. So he gave me that plan when I saw the video, and he discussed Pain Rehab Center. So at that point, it was no questions asked. That was my moment, and I applied for the program. Prior to Pain Rehab Center, my deconditioning prevented me from driving far distance. Even driving short distance, I would have to put the car in park at a stoplight. It was a time that made me very uncomfortable and fearful. The deconditioning led to limitations of walking, needing wheelchairs, needing electric scooters. It was not a life that I was wanting to live. After pain rehab, I developed a plan to exercise. I had never exercised in my entire life. And that gave me the motivation and the wherewithal to know how to deal with what my body was throwing at me. So learning to strengthen my body through resistance training and weights, having a schedule, learning how to properly moderate cardio and start with gradual exposure to exercise really helped me gain strength and ability. And it wasn't overnight. The program was 3 weeks, and a lot of work still had left to be done. And I continued to do that. Coming up on the 2-year mark, I've gained strength. I'm driving. I am walking in stores with my 21-year-old daughter. I am able to do things that I was unfortunately unable to do, something as simple as walk down my stairs of my house or walk up my stairs. It got so bad where I couldn't stand at the bathroom sink to brush my teeth. And of course, now all of these things that one might take for granted, I'm able to do again because of the program. The challenges during the program, there were many. I went into the program having a basic knowledge, but not knowing what to expect. I was scared. I actually almost canceled out of fear, but my family encouraged me, and I knew that my will alone would get me through. So I went, and during the time of basically stripping everything down like an onion, really peeling back layers through the Pain Rehab Center's principles of cognitive behavioral therapy, occupational therapy, physical therapy. All of these things began to apply, and within 3 weeks, it was entering new area and realizing that if I wanted to get better, I had to stop doing what was being done before, and I had to change. So being in the program presented a lot of challenges for me emotionally. Peeling back the layers exposed a lot of areas that I didn't handle very well throughout my life, such as anxiety and depression, which things like that I would never admit to having or own up, but I really did have it. And I was relearning tools and principles of how to be stronger emotionally and behaviorally. The program was difficult. I mean, it was really hard because you're doing things the best you think you can, and then when you learn that what you were doing was wrong and there was pain behaviors, you have to strip that back and start over, and you have to be willing to do that. And I was willing to do that. As hard as it was worth every bit. I fit it in 100%. I took every single principle that was given to me and I applied. I realized that scheduling and structure was what I was lacking. Having worked at a job where that was very important, and then becoming disabled and not working for 3-4 years at that point of entering the program, I had so much void in my life. So pain rehab was able to teach me how to fulfill a day. And that started with the most basic scheduling. I brought back a weekly planner, which is something I used in my banking career. And my weekly planner now became my life. It was able to structure me and hold me accountable to the principles I learned in the program. That would be basic things like meal, sleep, personal care, rest periods, and then of course incorporating the tools that we learned, which would have been physical therapy, which is our exercise programs, and cardio, breathing techniques, very important. So my schedule helped me, and I used that from the moment I got home, and I've stuck to it 2 years later. I need that schedule, and it holds me to the principles of the program. After PRC, I had a whole new outlook on my goals and what I hoped my life would become. It gave me a new direction, and it helped me focus on my abilities to put myself first, which was something I never did. Everyone's importance came before mine, and that was quite eye-opening. So in order to succeed and apply everything that I had now learned, I came into knowing that I would stick to this plan and continue on as best I could, and always be a work in progress. My family is 100% supportive. They had been prior, and they remain supportive. Before I came to PRC, my family, like myself, didn't really know the proper way to handle me. My life with my husband, my children, it became about pain talk, pain behaviors. And although they thought they were helping me before by giving me sympathy, I realized in learning through pain rehab that that was a little toxic. So when I returned home, my family had all been made aware of the pain rehab principles. My husband was able to participate on Fridays in a Zoom meeting with Dr. Slutton and learned all about what I had been through those 3 weeks. And each of the week explained exactly what we needed to do to proceed in a healthier manner, and that included our family. So my husband was able to share all of that knowledge with my children, my parents. So when I came home, everyone treated me different. And while I was going through a lot of adjustments, it was still difficult to come home and not get treated the way I had been, because I thought that was love and caring. And truthfully, the fact of the matter is, the less attention they give my problems, the better it is for me. So as we started to reacclimate to what I had learned, they were working right alongside with me. And that was very helpful. And the biggest thing that they could do for me after was encouragement and support, and just keep telling me I'm doing a good job. Future PRC patients, I would say to you that you have got to have a will. And knowing that if there's a will, there's a way is absolutely the truth. So if you're looking to go to the pain rehab center, find a way, you have to know that it's not going to be easy, and you really have to have your desire and your will set. It's not to say that you won't have times where you don't think you can do it, but you have to pick yourself back up again and know that you can do it. And within the rehab center, you are surrounded by peers who are in the same boat as you, who understand your journey, albeit different from theirs. It is still what brought you there together. The staff is encouraging, supportive, caring, but they do have tough love, and tough love is what gets us through, along with support and encouragement. So I would say to you, please, if you're even watching a testimonial video, know that you have a reason for watching that. And if you just can muster up the courage, you can get through that program, and it will give you a better quality of life. I promise. I wouldn't trade PRC for anything. It changed me as a person. I will forever hold it in its principles. I will always be a work in progress, but I know that what I've attained at PRC has been life-changing. I never realized how much it would help me going forward, but it will be my life from here on, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.